The final season ever of Game of Thrones begins with Arya Stark, her face dirtied and dripping, running for her life. Q screaming, "That is ours." With just over a month left to go until April 14th premiere of Season 8, every single tiny bit of new information feels significant. Watch the brand new trailer for the final season above, and read below to find out what happens to every character. Arya Stark: we actually don't need to worry about the deadly young Stark assassin too much yet. Straight after the shot of her running desperately through the halls of what looks like Winterfell, the trailer cuts to a shot of her looking dispassionately at a knife. "I know death," she says. "It has many faces. I look forward to this one." The Golden Company's last we heard of Euron Greyjoy, he had gone to collect Cersei's army of mercenaries from Essos, also known as the Golden Company. In the trailer, they're coming over the ocean in ships carrying their golden kraken sigil, not a great sign for Daenerys and co. Tormund giants Bane and Beric Dondarrion, there they are, still alive after that catastrophic battle at the Wall, during which the icy fortification was finally breached by Viserion's blue flame. Didn't see either the wildling or the Brotherhood leader actually dead at the end of the finale, so we hoped they'd be around for the final confrontation, and now we have confirmation that they are. The Hound, just barely discernible in a darkened room, is Sandor Clegane, aka the Hound. We also saw Arya creeping around in the dark earlier. Could they be in the same place? Bran Stark and Samwell Tarly: "Everything you did brought you where you are now, where you belong," says the creepiest Stark to Samwell Tarly, who's looking green at the idea of what's to come, probably telling his pal Jon Snow that his girlfriend is his gulp aunt, Cersei Lannister and Qyburn. Cersei's looking very pleased with herself, dressed in armor back at King's Landing, while her hand, Qyburn, looks on. He doesn't look happy, exactly, though. Later, there's one more shot of Cersei drinking out of a goblet. Is it wine? She's pregnant, alone. Classic Daenerys Targaryen, Jon Snow, and Sansa Stark, and Drogon and Rhaegal. At Winterfell, Dany and Jon are riding side by side amongst many armed men, which means that for now they're still aligned. Dany's remaining dragons, Drogon and Rhaegal, fly overhead, impressing Sansa Stark, who might not originally have been too pleased that Dany had taken over her home, but it's hard to deny those flying creatures would be awe-inspiring. One other short scene shows Jon and Dany approaching the two dragons in a remote, snowy location, and the giant creatures seem to have just feasted on some poor creature. What are the duo doing there? Just visiting? I doubt it. There won't be any idle journeys this season. "Our enemy doesn't tire," says Jon in a voiceover, while he and Dany look morose by the fireside. There's also a shot of what looks like Jon being pensive at Winterfell's weirwood tree. Could that be because he's just found out his true identity as the son of Rhaegar Targaryen? Gendry, or Jorah, Brienne of Tarth, these three are ready for battle, too. There's a shot of them grimly standing in the front lines in the dark, probably readying for the giant battle we know is coming at Winterfell. Gendry, using his smithing talents, looks like he's at work arming the fighters. Grey Worm and Missandei lovers share a kiss before the warrior takes his place in front of a group of soldiers, ready for war. Jaime Lannister: "I promised to fight for the living. I intend to keep that promise," he says. Is Cersei's twin, erstwhile lover, telling her what's what, and that he's definitively not on her side anymore? Tyrion: this character's fate is the most mysterious from the trailer's revelations. There's just one shot of him, looking inscrutably up past the camera, so it's very difficult to tell what he's seeing and how the episodes will affect him.